On today's show, we start with Kash Patel sounding the alarm on the Federal Reserve. This is what he had to say.
I think we got to educate people that the Federal Reserve is not a public government entity. It's a private entity owned by the robber barons that started this country, who manipulate the currency to their advantage. And that needs to be tackled. Again, I'm not the economic guru. I just know it's a problem. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the solution is, but it needs to be addressed.
Let's go to the comment section for reactions.
It is just crazy. They are the ones that can literally print money. It's called fractional banking. The money has no value until we work to pay it back. Tax dollars literally go to buy multi-million-dollar yachts for the rich, to the tune of $1 trillion a year.
He is 100% correct. This is why we are slaves to the rich elite Zionist oligarchs. The American people, both Democrats and Republicans, need to wake the F up.
Give the word. I have my own rifle, and we can clean this crap up real quick.
Have you heard the theory of the Titanic and the Federal Reserve? Well, here it goes. So on the Titanic, there's some extremely wealthy passengers like J.P. Morgan, John Rockefeller, and the Rothschilds. But then you have Jacob Astor, the wealthiest man in the world at the time. He owned about 40% of all mortgages, and he was a Freemason who was very opposed to the idea of a central bank. Whereas J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, and Rothschild strongly supported the idea of a central bank. So Jacob Astor was the only one standing in the way of a central bank at the time. Coincidentally, the morning the Titanic was supposed to set sail, J.P. Morgan, some Rothschilds, and others quietly exited the ship without any explanation. 5 days later, Titanic slams into an iceberg and it starts to sink. And even though Jacob Astor is the wealthiest man in the world, he still can't find a seat in a lifeboat, and he ends up sinking with the ship. Shortly after, these guys become the wealthiest men in the world, and without Jacob Astor standing in their way, the next year in 1913, on Jekyll Island in Georgia, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law, paving the way to print money out of thin air and completely control our monetary system. Was this a coincidence or a conspiracy?
In other news, former All-Pro wide receiver Antonio Brown was arrested at an Aiden Ross's boxing event in Florida after pulling out a firearm and firing shots while fighting off people who were trying to steal his chain. Let's check the comment section for more details.
I knew it was going to be wild when it said Antonio Brown and Florida in the same sentence.
Damn, man. Usually this guy is out of his mind, but not this time. He didn't point the gun at anyone, just fired warning shots to those who were physically assaulting him and trying to rob him. He used his Second Amendment rights perfectly. I can't imagine any negative repercussions should come from this act of self-defense.
Man, CT, my ass. People tried to rob this man and y'all always trying to paint him to be so crazy. Man told you, it be reasons why people be snapping that we don't see.
He wasn't the one with the gun. It was one of the guys that jumped him.
Yo, WTF is AB hanging out with these kids in the first place? Let me get this straight. You got jumped, popped some shots off, went to jail, and the first thing you do is go to a house full of 20 to 23-year-olds streaming. All hyped up coming in that crib. Dude, go home, count your blessings.
Now, on a lighter note, and Cassie in a group titled Adult Jokes asked, "What's something you've said silently during sex? This should be good."
Sure hope she doesn't tell my wife.
Oh no! The enchiladas are making a run for the border!
I hate this man.
These rabbit pumps ain't doing it for me.
Beige. I'll paint the ceiling beige.
That's our show today, folks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, and leave a comment.